hear the music very well coming through this anyways. Oh, hello everyone. We're live. Okay.
We'll do right here, and then I can move over this.
Whatever you feel comfortable. Actually, rotate my phone, it says. Okay. There we are. Yes, that'll work. So, yeah, if you'll move over, just because if you do bring your arms out.
I might knock it down.
Yeah. All right, we're good. Good, and then I'll adjust this. Is that the new microphone?
We're gonna see. If not, it's going back.
Oh, did you get a new one? Sometimes it's just a quick button and it's sensitive that way. Testing. Is that on? Oh, I see it's plugged in. Hello everyone, we're dealing with our audio right now, so if you'll give me a minute before we start. Is it off? Can you hear it? Any difference? Can you hear any difference?
I hear it.
You do? Okay. All right.
New speaker coming too.
Oh, the techno stuff we have to learn, everyone. This is fabulous. It's okay. We'll get with it. We'll learn all these new devices and which ones work and don't work. All right. So if you have music at home you'd like to play, please play it. I'm using my one and only device, and therefore I can't play music off of it. So today will just be my voice. I hope that's enough. I know, with a mask on. All right, and a few things to have, obviously, if you've not been to this class, are blocks or some sort of prop. It doesn't necessarily have to be blocks. And a resistance band. And of course, if you like, a blanket or a cushion of some sort. So these are a couple things I like to have. And we're actually going to start in lung bench today. So if you remember lung bench.
Sort of.
All right, lung bench, like heart bench, but the blocks are parallel to each other. On the mat, they'll look like this, okay? And they are usually the chin is a little bit closer to the chest, so I bring up the block for the head. All right, and now we'll sit with our legs to the end of your mat, and your feet are welcome to be extended. You can bring them together in a bound angle, and you're welcome to have support underneath if you need it. You're also welcome to just have support underneath the knees, the legs extended, just to help with the back. If you have a big pillow or bolster, you're also welcome to place that underneath to really reduce any sensitivity in your lower back. Since we have extra mats, you can always place a mat underneath if you would like to use those. All right, so again, anything that helps to lift up that's not uncomfortable to place underneath the knees helps with any back sensitivity. All right, so before we get into this, if anyone's new, I am Angie and this is Yin Yoga. And here we will do poses and we'll hold them for at least 2 or 3 minutes, many times longer than that. And I guide you through all of them with our breath work, pranayama. All right, so here we have an hour to just allow ourselves to be, not to judge, not even to accept where we are, just to be. All right, and then I guess in that sense, you accept how you feel, how you are. Notice your breath, notice your body, and just take this hour for you. Now we're going to come slowly onto our backs. And again, the block will be lengthwise. It will support the entire shoulder blade. So coming down, and for most ladies, you'll start about the bra strap line. And then allow that block to support up above it. All right, so I like to think of just the shoulder blades are being supported. Both lungs are now supported. And then you find the block for the head, or the prop. Again, a pillow or blanket can be useful. And then lifting it slightly higher than the block for the shoulder blades, allow yourself to relax completely into the block. The back of the head, the skull, the back of the skull, flat part, will be completely secure on that block. The chin slightly angles towards the heart, towards the chest. If this is too much for the neck, you're welcome to bring the head down, lifting the chin up and then opening up the trachea, the airway, much more. All right, and again, this is also completely acceptable to have that opening in the neck through the airway. The arms can be out into a T to the side. You feel the shoulders open up completely, the chest, the lungs. The arms can be by the side, so again, just listen to the body. Or if you really wish to maybe stretch a little bit more, you can lift the arms up a little bit higher, resting them completely onto a floor or onto blankets or pillows. And finding your position, adjusting your legs, your arms to where you need them. And slowly begin to breathe in and out of the nose, just being conscious and aware of the breath as it comes and flows effortlessly. Breathing in and out of the nose. Noticing on the inhale, the chest rises. The cool air enters into the nose. On the exhale, noticing the warm air leaving the lungs. The chest drops. With each exhale, allowing the body to relax completely, allowing the shoulders to surrender towards the floor, allowing the belly to relax, the hips root into the mat. Removing all of your thoughts, acknowledging them, those that come in, but without judgment. See if you can sweep them out. Directing your mind inward. Focusing on the breath. It is primary to any pose. exhale, deep breath in. Begin to maybe lift the arms up. Again, listening to the body, extending them beyond the head. Listen to the shoulders. Deep breath in. And maybe on your exhale, grabbing opposite elbows with your hand. You may immediately bring the forearm to forehead if you wish. And on your next deep exhale, allowing the forearms to maybe drop again if you wish. Listen to the shoulders. With each exhale, maybe allowing the arms to hang a little bit lower, surrendering more towards the floor. Remembering there should never be pain, but yes, maybe some intense discomfort. On your next inhale, begin to extend the arms, releasing elbows if you haven't already done so. Allow the arms to come out to the side and maybe down by the hips. Notice the shoulders. Feel them heavy, surrendering. Now take a deep breath in through the nose, filling the lungs as much as you can, and exhaling out the mouth every bit of air that you can out of the lungs. Feel them press into your blocks or props. One more time. Inhaling deeply. See if you can fill those lungs with more air. And exhale everything out the mouth. Inhale, begin to bend your knees, pressing the bottoms of your feet to the floor. And gently sway the knees side to side. It could only be an inch or maybe 2 inches. Again, there shouldn't be pain. And when you're ready, we're going to come onto one side, coming up into a seated position. So allowing yourself to roll onto one side. Take your time. Be mindful of your neck, of your head, trying not to do sharp movements. Just being mindful of each of the muscles. We start off cold, so the muscles should not be jerked around. We're coming into a comfortable seated position, so moving the blocks if you'd like. You're welcome to use one as we come into bound angle. So if you have tight hip flexors, having a prop to sit on, elevating the hips off the floor, helps a lot to release and open up the hip flexors. You're welcome to even have props if you have multiple blocks to support the knees if you find that you don't wish them to come down any further than what they already are. And maybe with time releasing them, allowing this opening, allowing the knees to press down towards the floor, opening up through the inner thigh muscles, the groin, lifting up tall, just noticing the posture, noticing maybe a natural curve of your lower back, relaxing the shoulders, noticing if you're holding the shoulders high, tensing up. See if you can relax the shoulders down, allowing the hands to relax completely. And now press the knees down towards the floor. Again, breathe. Inhale, release the knees, maybe bring the heels in a little bit closer towards you. Again, there should be no pain in your knees, your ankles, your hips. So adjust as you need to. Breathe. And exhale, press the knees down towards the floor. If you have an extra prop, allow it to come forward in front of you as we are going to recline forward with the torso. Hinging at the hips as you do this. Again, relax the shoulders and just notice the movement sways from the lower back, from the hips as you come forward, not from the waist. So as you come forward, maybe you won't go as far as you wish, especially as you notice the movement in the lower abdominal region, coming closer towards the floor, towards maybe even the prop. Using that prop to help you support the upper body. And breathe. Remembering that your breath work is vital for these movements. Inhaling, lengthening, extending the spine, exhaling, and allowing each exhale to act like a way to release tension and maybe come deeper into a pose. Finding your edge. Not what anyone looks like next to you, but what your body tells you. Learning to communicate within starts with you. Focusing on your breath. Deep breath in. And slowly we're going to begin to lift up. Reach up with the heart first. Notice if the lower abdominal region, the lower back has stayed still. And then gently start to lift it up. Coming back into good posture. Breathe, relax the shoulders. Removing any props from in front of you. We're going to extend the feet forward, maybe bending the knees in order to bring, if you're on a prop, to come off of the prop. And we're coming into half dragonfly. So we're going to extend the right leg out. I'll be mirror imaging you. Right leg out, and the left leg comes in towards the groin, towards the upper thigh. And again, notice how the knees are feeling. As always, you're welcome to even bend the knees, to not lock them, to create a little bit of lift for the knee so it does not lock. If you need cushion under the ankle, which is usually where I find I need it, you're welcome to place it there. So yes, we're going to be stretching the legs, but that doesn't mean that other parts of your body need to feel discomfort. All right, so we're sitting up tall and erect. Feel both sit bones on the mat. And we're going to exhale. As we exhale, we're going to look towards the extended foot. So we're going to bring the heart around towards that right foot. Lifting up tall, using your hands to assist. We're going to exhale, slowly forward. Breathe. This is where you might even use a strap, where it could be useful to place that strap around the base of your toes and then gently tug and go deeper. So, just like so. And again, try and keep the heart extended towards that right foot. The hinge should be mostly in the lower abdominal region, lower back region. And you'll feel it mostly through that left side of the body as you come deeper. Breathing, you'll feel it through the hamstring and of course through the lower back. We're going to hold this for about 2 minutes. Adjusting anything you need to, whenever you need to. As long as you can breathe and you're not holding your breath, continue with this pose. About 1 more minute. Focus on your breath. Maybe find yourself going deeper. Nice deep breath in. Begin to extend the spine, not necessarily come up. Just notice your position as you lift and extend the spine. And then gently, utilizing your hands, start to slowly unhinge. Take your time. Still, heart still looks towards that right foot. You haven't unwound just yet. And then on the exhale, unwind and come over to the other side. Gentle counter pose here. And inhale back to center. Breathe. How are you feeling? Good?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Now we're going to switch sides. So we're going to bring in the right foot, extending the left leg, adjusting this side to what it needs. Again, it could be very different right to left. You may need a cushion underneath. Completely different, yes. Yes, I mean, and you know why too.
Yes.
So understanding is such an amazing gift to understand why one side is so different. You know, the surgery that you may have had, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just makes a difference on how all these ligaments work now, all the muscles. So being accepting of that and almost just like enlightened because of it, right?
It's better on this side because I'm not bending this leg. That was the problem on the other side.
All the tension.
Because I was bending really badly. This is much better.
All right, so lift up tall. Again, right now we're centered to our body. Both sit bones are on the floor. And then exhale, we're going to extend and bring that heart over now to the left leg. You're welcome to have your strap if you need it. You're even welcome to have blocks to help support you. If you're only going to come down maybe an inch or two, and you wish to use that block as assistance. Otherwise, we just slowly begin to inhale tall and exhale, hinge at the hip, coming deeper, breathing, extending the top of the head up, and then feel the abdominal region hinging forward, the gentle stretch of your lower back as it deepens. Breathe. Notice a gentle twist as we point that heart towards the left leg. The stretch through the right side of your body. Now focus on the breath, utilizing it. About 2 minutes here. About 30 more seconds. Keep focusing on the breath. See if you can relax the shoulders, the feet. And slowly begin to walk and lift up on your inhale. Still not bringing and unhinging just yet. Just lengthening the spine. And then when you finally lengthened it, then lift on your next inhale. Breathe, just notice the reaction of each muscle, the hamstring, the lower back. And then when we unwind, we're going to lift the arms up, reach up, and then twist in a counter pose to the other side. Lifting tall, breathe. Inhale, unwind back to center. And slowly begin to bend that left knee. Extend slightly the right leg. Nice and wide, feet are planted, windshield wiper. Bring the hands behind you for supporting of the torso as we come side to side. Breathe. This stretch is much different from a full dragonfly. Full dragonfly, stretches the back equally on both sides. It also is more of a stretch for the inner thighs, whereas this one is more for the hamstring, and then individually each side up through the lats, up through almost the armpit sometimes,
What
depending
does
on
a
the
full dragonfly look like?
dragonflies. This is full dragonfly.
Full, and then you go
And then you
straight
come forward. Yes. So you'll feel it more on the inner groin and lower back versus dragonfly coming around on a twist. You'll feel it more along this side of the body and through the hamstring. Right. You will get some in the lower back, but it's a very different
Very
stretch.
different,
Yeah, very different. All right. I mean, you can come forward, and you'll still get more of the hamstring and a little bit more lower back. But when I do dragonfly, I like to do the twist.
And you
just-
come forward 1 inch.
But that's all your body allows, so that's just the way it is. Now we're going to extend the legs forward. This will be more of a stretch for the back and hamstrings now. And again, you're welcome to have that little bit of lift for the knees if you find that it's uncomfortable and they lock. You're welcome to use a strap if you'd like at the base of the toes. And here's where, if you have very tight hamstrings, very tight back, coming up against a wall can be helpful to keep that back nice and straight, because for some it may be, this is your stretch. You may not want to come forward. Your body may not allow it. So, but if you can, on each exhale, we come a little bit closer. Your torso is still tall, and I'll do a side view for this. Torso is still tall. Right. The hinging will be right here, right at the hips. And we're gonna just come forward. Breathe. And it doesn't feel like I'm going down very far. But that's because I'm not doing this, which totally changes it. You'll feel it in the hamstring much more if you begin to extend and bring the heart down and chin down rather than start from here. So this is where we go deeper. And then is when you relax after you've gone to where your body can hinge the furthest. So I'm trying to get you to hinge as far as possible before we begin to bend the upper back. So inhaling tall, and then exhale, find maybe that hinge, just a centimeter, maybe 2. Inhale, still nice and long spine. And then exhale, maybe you can go another centimeter. Maybe it's just a millimeter. Maybe nothing at all. Maybe you have found your edge. Breathe. And once you've found your edge, then you can relax your hands. That's when you can begin to relax the shoulders. Feel them drop towards the floor. Allow the face to relax. Now try and release tension. You're going to feel it in your back as you do this. You may even feel it in intensity in the back of the leg, the hamstring area. Breathe. If not, then I suggest maybe bringing your toes towards you. And you'll feel that intensity. And breathe. It may be very intense, so please remember to breathe in and out through the nose if you can. You're even welcome to have a bolster or a prop underneath your chest, maybe on your legs, and just allow you to relax into it. Bit of a restorative pose, if you will. Gently move the neck side to side. Just notice tension you may be holding in the neck. Breathe. See if you can release it. We're going to hold this for at least another minute. I'm watching the clock. See if you can slow the last 2 breaths down. Really extend that exhale. On your next inhale, begin to lift the heart, just the heart. Finding good spinal alignment. And then once you have, then starting to unhinge the hip. Lifting up, take your time, breathe, bring your hands back behind you. Lift up the heart, feel the lower back talk to you. Lift it up higher, counter pose here. Shoulder blades squeezing together, bending the knees, feel the relief in the lower back as you do that. And then move knees side to side. Deep breaths in. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Lifting up tall, sitting up, removing any props that you might have in your way. We're going to come onto our knees. You're going to gently just release the back in a cat-cow. Coming into child's pose after that. So make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Wide, fingers are wide, eyes look down. Again, good spinal alignment. And then we're going to come into cat. We're going to exhale, bring the belly button towards the sky, chin to chest, arms extend, tops of the feet press to the floor. Inhale to neutral. And then exhale, belly drop, shoulders come back, lifting the chin gently, no pain. And inhale to neutral, exhale to cat. And at your own pace, do this with the guidance of your breath, about 3 cycles. And when you're ready, on your inhale, coming to neutral, open wide the knees. We're going to come into child's pose, and we're going to bring the hips towards the heels. If you have any issues with the knees, you're welcome to place a prop blanket pillow behind the knees so that it reduces the tension behind the knee. You're also, alternatively, you can bring a block underneath the hip, and then you can place your hips onto the block. And if the head does not come to the floor, you can use your prop or block and place the forehead onto that, and then extend the arms for extended child's pose, opening up through the armpit, through the shoulder. With each breath, see if you can relax deeper, allowing the heart, the shoulders to completely surrender towards the mat. Allow the face to relax completely. Almost even notice the lips hanging towards the floor. Maybe the flesh, the skin, the cheeks begin to sag towards the floor. Allowing the eyes to surrender, maybe completely laying on the eyelid if your eyes are closed. And breathing. This is one of the most beneficial stretches for your lower back out there. So any issues with lower back, this is an excellent stretch. Inhale, look up towards your fingers. If you have blocks handy, I'm going to do a bit of a modified praying mantis here. In child's pose, we're going to bring those blocks underneath the wrist and maybe the forearm, extending the arms as in child's pose, and then allowing the head to come and relax completely. You'll just feel a little bit more of a stretch through the armpit, through the pectoralis muscle. Again, this is just a modification. You're welcome to remove the blocks and just stay in your normal child's pose if you wish. About 1 more minute. Again, remember to relax the face, relax the shoulders, maybe inch the hips closer to the heels. Even notice if there's tension in the ankle, the feet. You're always welcome to modify. So if there's tension in the ankle, you can place maybe a rolled up towel underneath each ankle. This can help. Or even create a little lift with your mat. Nice deep breath in. Extend the arms a little bit further. And then slowly lift the hips. Remove blocks if you are using them. Hands come underneath the shoulders, finding your tabletop. Adjust your knees, move them side to side. Any issues with the wrists, you're welcome to come into a fist, neutralizing the wrists. Breathe, come back and forth. And now we're going to come onto our backs. So taking your time, having 2 blocks nearby, easy enough to access, and maybe even your strap. Find yourself in a supine position. Extending the legs. Shoulders come in, feel the shoulders drop towards the mat, and arms are down by the side. Nice deep breath in. And on your exhale, bend the knees, plant the feet so they are parallel to each other, about hip width apart. And then finding a block, placing it by the hip, we're going to come into a supported shoulder or bridge. So maybe we'll do a supported shoulder stand if we have time. So pressing the feet into the floor, feel the quadriceps, the legs engage. Press the belly towards the floor and begin to engage the glutes. Really engage the glutes, the pelvic floor, and then lift the hips. Utilizing your block, you're welcome to place it at whatever height is comfortable for you, right underneath the sacrum, your tailbone. And then when you're ready, placing the sacrum onto the block, feeling completely supported here. Breathing slowly through the nose. Allow the palms to be up. Feel the elbows gently surrender into the mat. and breathe. If this feels comfortable, if you're not feeling any lower back sensitivity, maybe extending the right leg. Again, if you feel pain, any sharpness, then you're welcome to bend the knee again and stay in supported bridge. Otherwise, if it feels fine, extend the left leg. I call this pontoon, as the entire front of the body extends, is flattened. Create a hump at the sacrum, opening up the hips. Your body is completely open. Feeling secure. Allow the back of the neck to relax, the shoulders to relax, the shoulder blade. Notice the breath. It may be working a little bit more as the throat is in an awkward position. You'll feel it somewhat compressed. But continue to breathe effortlessly. Noticing the slight constriction in the throat. We're going to come into a supported shoulder stand. So what we do is we're going to bend the knees if you're in pontoon, coming back to your supported bridge. And then we're going to bend the right knee. Right foot comes off the floor, lifting that right leg. If this feels fine, then maybe lifting the left leg, adjusting the block as you need to feel fully supported, and then maybe lifting the legs. Breathe. Allow yourself to adjust and modify. You are secure here, no judgment.
Oh, that feels so good.
Know that at home, you're welcome to put your legs up the wall. You're welcome to raise up the hips like this as well, or not, however it feels, or just reduce, the intensity and lower it just using maybe a thin blanket for just cushion. And this is so good for the heart, helps to relax the mind. Physiologically, it also pulls the blood into the lower chakra, into the belly, into all the organs of the abdominal region, and helps the heart pump with less effort. The heart isn't pumping the blood back to itself with as much effort, because the feet are up and gravity is assisting here. And of course, anyone at home, if you're tired or this isn't working for you, you're welcome to come back to supported bridge. deep breath in and slowly begin to bend one knee, if you are in supported shoulder stand, and then the other. Find yourself now in supported bridge. Bring the palms down, pressing the elbows to the floor, engaging the feet to the floor. Feel the legs begin to engage. Engage your glutes and slowly lift up the hips from the block, removing the block and coming down one vertebra at a time. Breathe. Extend the legs, extend the arms, full extension of the body. Arms extend out to the side and down by the hips. We're going to bend the knees just one more time, bringing them up for wind relief pose. Knees press in towards the abdominal region. Squeeze, stretching your back one more time, moving side to side. We're going to do a gentle twist here. You're welcome to bring the knees to about a 90 degrees, lower legs parallel, palms come down. And then we're going to drop the knees to the right. As you do this, just notice how the back is feeling. You're welcome to just rest instead of twisting. You can adjust the hips, bringing them into more alignment. I like to bring my right hip in, more centered in the mat, and then bring the legs down to the right. I like to bring the left arm out into a T and see about trying to bring both shoulder blades onto the floor. Trying to intensify this twist if that is available to you. You might even extend the top leg, your left leg. And you'll feel a little bit more intensity in the stretch through the lower right or lower left back, through the glutes, maybe even the hamstring, depending on how far you extend that leg. Again, you're welcome to keep it bent. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Relax the hands. Inhale, if the leg is extended, bend that leg, both knees on top of each other. Engaging your core, bringing the hands down by the side. Assist as you bring the legs back to center. Realign the spine. Bring both knees in. Prepare to bring the legs to the left side. So bringing the lower leg parallel to the floor. Gently allow it to drop down to the left side. Once it's gone to as far as is comfortable, and you're welcome to use props for support if it won't reach the floor. Welcome to adjust the hips. The left hip I like to bring in more to center now. And then find your twist. I like to bring the right arm out into a T. Left hand can lay onto the right leg and maybe help to extend that right leg. Breathe. Try and relax both shoulder blades to the floor. Relax the hands, the face. See if you can relax your legs. Begin to bend the knee if it's extended. Bring both arms down by the side to support as you lift your knees back up. Extend, or actually bring the knees in one last time. Stretch your lower back. And then extend completely. Nice deep breath in as you do extend. Exhale, allow the arms by the hips and find your Shavasana. Really extend fingertips towards your feet and bring the shoulders away from the ears. Allow the hands to be a couple inches away from the hips. The feet are about hip-width apart, and allow those feet to just flop out to the side. Completely relax. Notice the head, the back of the head surrendering completely into the mat. The face relaxes, the lips. You might even lick your lips. And then relax the tongue. Feel it. Press back towards the throat. Feel the slight constriction of the throat. The throat does not judge, it just surrenders. The breath still flows. The shoulders relax. The lungs, the ribs. Press into the mat. The belly, now the hips, the glutes completely relaxed. Releasing as much tension as you possibly can. Deep breath in, begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Gently shake the head side to side. Begin to bend the knees. And again, move them side to side. And then when you're ready, allowing the knees and the body to roll over to one side, utilizing the arm underneath as a prop. Taking a breath or two here before coming up into a comfortable seated position. Inhaling, arms come up, extend and lift the heart. Palms come together and come down, elbows by the side, completely relaxed. Thumb to sternum. Exhale, bring chin to chest. Inhale, slowly lift. I thank you for coming today and practicing with me. Accepting where you are today without judgment. Just acknowledging the differences from yesterday, the differences on each side of the body. And knowing that that is enough. You are enough. That you are meant to be just you, just the way you are, for a reason. Not always understanding it, but knowing that that is enough. And that you are important. That each of us has that light within us that is to be shared. Remembering this always. Sharing that light, that peace in you. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.